Hey folks, Scout Clay here, just taking it easy today. Just doing a quick little vid. I just want to share with you my bear defense deterrent system. Pretty much our gun laws here in Canada are pretty brutal when it comes to people who actually spend a lot of time out in the bush doing things. Most of our gun laws are just made for people who live in cities where all the rats are all gathered together and doing bad things to each other. So the gun laws don't really favor the people who actually spend a lot of time living out in the woods, doing things out in the bush. So because of that, this is all I've got to defend myself when it comes to the case of bears. Now here in Saskatchewan we only have black bears. I'm pretty sure we don't have any migration of grizzlies here. We don't really have the terrain for them. But when I was living in British Columbia, northern British Columbia, yes, we did have grizzly bears there as well. So it was always kind of a fun time walking out in the woods, worrying if you're going to have something barreling down on top of you while you're out walking around. But anyways, I'll start out with this stupid thing. This is for city folk too. This is a bear bell, and so you put this on, and when you walk around, it just keeps making a bunch of noise. And so, like, if you're out in the woods and you're walking around, you don't want to see anything, and that includes squirrels and deer and everything else, then yeah, you're going to want to wear one of these things. But I don't believe in it. So when I'm out walking around, this is the stuff that I use to deter bears if I run into them. So the first thing is I've got a pouch, and this is a pouch made by North 49, but it's actually made for a GPS, but it fits a bottle of this stuff in there perfectly. But in order for it to fit, they're a little bit taller than this bag is, and so you can't really close this lid once you've got your bear spray in there. So basically all I do is I just tuck the lid in there like that, and then I can put my bottle of bear spray in there, and away I go. So yeah, the front here there's a pouch, a little zipper up pouch that I've got all my charges for my bear banger here in. I'll talk about that in a minute. On the sides, both sides, there's a little mesh pouch on that side and another little mesh pouch on this side. In the back there's a belt loop here, and on the sides there's little clips on both sides that you can actually attach a strap to, or if you want, you can have the strap over your shoulder and this attached to your belt, and that'll keep it from sliding around everywhere and keep it suspended so that the mass of this isn't dragging your belt down either. And there's a zipper on the back here. Down inside here there's a bag, built-in bag, that little rain pouch that you can pull over top of your bag and keep everything from getting soaked. Alright, so that's the little pouch part. So the first thing I've got here is my bear spray. And so normally I've got the two bottles on me, one that's in the pouch, and then the other one actually goes into my backpack, just so that if I'm out and I get into a situation and I got to use the one bottle, well, then I've got another backup bottle to help me get home or get out of that situation. This stuff here I think sprays up to about 12 feet, so you got 4 meters, 12 feet. So you want to make sure that bear is pretty close when you're using this stuff, which isn't ideal for most people. You're not going to be able to keep your cool, but you got to keep your cool, and you make sure the thing's close. The closer the better, because the whole point of using this stuff isn't like for blinding it or anything like that. It's actually for aspirating it, choking the bear, like shoot the stuff right down its throat, right in its face, right in its nose. Then that way, while it's choking, you can actually make your getaway, whether you're going to be running away, or that might give you time to attack the bear and beat it with a club or a stick or a hatchet, or stab it with a spear or your knife or something like that. Or whatever you do, don't climb a tree, because black bears do climb trees. They're very good climbers. Grizzly bears don't climb so much when they get older, but when they're younger, they climb really well. But that being said, don't climb a tree. Just, try and get yourself out of there. Or if you climb the tree, just make sure that you've got more of this stuff on you and, spray away as it's coming up. Hopefully it doesn't grab onto your foot and try to pull you out of the tree. But anyways, so this stuff, you want to make sure that you're spraying it within 12 feet. Make sure that you're not spraying into the wind because you don't want it blowing back at you and, taking you out of commission too. Just want to make sure that you get that right in the bear's face. Normally what I do too is pretty sure you can do up to an 8-second blast, or you can do a couple of 4-second blasts or a bunch of 2-second blasts. Generally, if you ever get into a situation, I'd probably go with the 2-blast scene. Then at least you're not going to run out, but just make sure you remember how much you're using, because you want to end up with zero stuff if the bear is not taking off and you need to get a couple more squirts out. You want to make sure that you're keeping an eye on how much you got there. Alright, the second part is my True Flare bear banger. So you can buy flares for these too for an emergency if you want to, if you're in the bush and you're lost and you need to signal somebody, you can shoot flares. But this one here is actually just an explosive charge that you just screw into the end here. And then you got this little spring-loaded pin down, and there's a pin down in here on this load. And you just pull it all the way back and let go, and it just fires this thing out. And it goes about 30 feet. And then all of a sudden explodes. So you want to make sure that the bear is far enough away that when you shoot this, it blows up in between you and the bear. That way it scares the bear. It makes it run away from you, not shooting over top of it and exploding behind it and making it run back towards you. Well, that's no fun. You don't want that. But yeah, so basically I just keep my little charges up in the front here. Right now I've got 8 in here, but I could easily carry up to about 12 in this pouch. And then over on this side I got there's a little clip on the side of that bear banger pen launcher. So that just sits in there like that. And actually on the other side I can probably just stick a knife in there or something if I wanted to too. And if you got a small knife like this little Buck 102 that I always carry around on me, you can have that sitting in there as well. And then you always got a knife on you. But anyways, that's pretty much it for my little bear deterrent system. So yeah, you can probably pick up this pouch for about $15. I got it at Surplus Irby's in Prince George, British Columbia, but you can probably find them at Canadian Tire, someplace, Home Hardware, Outdoor Center. Maybe you'll be able to find them at someplace like Cabela's or Wholesale Sports or something like that, Atmosphere Sports maybe. So yeah, again, I got the pouch for about $15. The bear spray, well, that can range anywhere from $29 to $59, depending on where you're going to get ripped off. And I ended up getting the red bottle there at Canadian Tire. Cost me $39, and the one that's in the pouch cost me $29 at Surplus Irby's. So basically, yeah, you can just shop around, but you're looking at about anywhere in that range for that stuff. The pen launcher cost me $19. I found that at Home Hardware Outdoor Center, at the outdoor part of the Home Hardware. Sometimes you can find them at Canadian Tire, about $25. I got that one for $19 at Home Hardware, so yeah, you can shop around and find it a little cheaper. And then these charges, I'm pretty sure they came in a box of 6, and it cost me $20 for 6. So, and that was at Canadian Tire, but again, you can probably find those wherever you can find the pen launchers too. And that being said, if you live down in the States, you can probably find this stuff at Cabela's again, or Walmart might carry some of this stuff. But yeah, shop around, and hopefully this has helped you out a little bit.